Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Brain.
And I'm Anna. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a powerful episode lined up especially for those of you who say, I want to speak English, but I have no one to practice with.
Exactly. If you've ever said that, or felt stuck waiting for the perfect moment to speak English, this episode is for you.
We're going to show you how to speak English anytime, anywhere, even if you're totally alone. That's right, no partner, no problem.
And trust us, this works. You don't need a teacher or a conversation buddy 24/7 to improve your speaking skills. You just need the right mindset and a few smart techniques.
So whether you're on a walk, riding the bus, washing dishes, or just lying in bed, you can be speaking English. And we're going to show you how.
All right, grab your notebook, get comfortable, or start moving, because you're about to learn how to practice English on your own, on the go, and on your terms.
Let's dive in.
Anna, I hear this all the time. I want to speak English, but I have no one to talk to. And it's honestly the #1 excuse holding people back.
Yes, it's such a common belief. People think they need a native speaker friend, a private tutor, or a language exchange partner to start practicing. But guess what?
You don't. Not at all. That mindset is just a mental barrier. The truth is, you already have everything you need to start speaking right now.
Exactly. Let's think about this for a moment. Did babies wait for a perfect conversation partner before they started babbling?
Nope. They just started making sounds, trying words, repeating what they heard. And that's how they learned to speak. Adults can do the same.
But we get it. Many learners feel embarrassed or think speaking alone is weird. They feel like they're doing it wrong if no one is responding.
Yeah, but think of it like this. When you go to the gym, you don't need a competition to build muscle. You train alone, consistently. Same goes for English speaking.
Love that analogy. And here's another thing, waiting for someone to talk to often becomes just a way of procrastinating, a kind of excuse to avoid speaking.
Right. And people say, well, I'm just waiting for the opportunity. But the opportunity is already here in your living room, your kitchen, your shower.
Honestly, your best speaking partner is you. You're always available. You're patient. You don't interrupt. And you can repeat 100 times if you want.
Exactly. So if you've been holding back, thinking, I have no one to talk to, it's time to drop that excuse. Because from now on, you will be speaking every day.
In the next section, we're going to show you exactly how to do it with smart, easy techniques that anyone can follow.
Let's move to our first method, and trust us, it's something that has helped thousands of learners around the world.
So, Brain, let's get into it. Why is it that learners believe they must have a partner to practice English?
Good question. I think it comes from school systems. We're used to thinking that learning only happens through two-way conversation, teacher and student, speaker and listener.
Yeah, but the truth is, speaking is a skill, not just a conversation. It's like singing or playing an instrument. You don't wait for a duet partner to practice the piano, right?
Exactly. You practice solo. You do scales, repeat songs, improve tone. It's the same with English. You can practice speaking without anyone listening.
And here's the secret. The goal is not just to talk with someone, it's to train your mouth, your brain, and your ears to work together in English.
That's huge. When you speak out loud alone, even simple sentences like, I'm making coffee now, or it's a beautiful day today, you're building fluency.
Yes, you're building confidence, muscle memory, pronunciation, sentence structure, all the important stuff, and you're doing it without pressure.
That's the beauty of solo practice. There's no fear of mistakes. No one is judging you. You can repeat the same phrase 10 times if you want. It's total freedom.
And let's be honest, in real conversations, you don't get time to stop and think. But when you practice alone, you can slow down, break sentences apart, and build real comfort.
Exactly. It's like training before the big game. You don't just show up and hope for the best you prepare. Speaking alone is your training ground.
So if anyone listening still thinks, I need a partner to speak, we're here to tell you, you don't. What you need is consistency, creativity, and the willingness to speak even when no one's around.
Well said. And in the next section, we're going to give you the first practical technique that will help you start speaking anytime, anywhere.
Let's dive into one of our favorites, the shadowing technique. This one is a game changer.
All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful solo speaking methods out there, the shadowing technique.
Yes, if you haven't tried shadowing before, you're in for something amazing. It's simple, it's effective, and it's something you can do every single day.
So, here's how it works. You listen to a short clip maybe from a podcast, a YouTube video, or a movie, and you try to repeat exactly what you hear, at the same time as the speaker, or just a second behind them.
It's like you're shadowing their voice, copying their pronunciation, rhythm, intonation, everything.
Exactly. At first, it might feel fast or even frustrating, but that's totally normal. Start with short clips, maybe 10 to 20 seconds, and replay them as many times as you need.
I always suggest using subtitles in the beginning. Listen once with subtitles, then try to shadow without looking. It helps train your ears and mouth together.
Yes! And you don't have to memorize the sentences, you're just training your mouth to move like a native speaker's. It's like vocal imitation practice.
And the beauty of this technique? You don't need a partner, a script, or even a quiet room. You can shadow while walking, cleaning, cooking, even whisper it if you're in public.
I actually used shadowing myself when learning Spanish. I would mimic news anchors and YouTubers, and over time, I started sounding more natural without even realizing it.
Same here with French. It improved my accent and confidence like crazy, because you're not just learning words, you're learning the music of the language.
So if you're listening right now, try this. Pick a 30-second clip in English today, maybe from this podcast, and shadow it 5 times. That's it. Just 5 times.
And if you do that daily, you'll be amazed how quickly your fluency, speed, and clarity improve.
All right, shadowing is just the beginning. Next up, we're going to show you a method that's even more personal and flexible, and yes, it might sound a little silly at first, but it works like magic.
Let's talk about talking to yourself in English. It's way more powerful than you think. All right, brain time to talk about one of the most underrated but super effective techniques, talking to yourself in English.
Yes, some people might laugh when they hear this, but honestly, this is one of the fastest ways to build confidence and fluency, and it's totally free.
Exactly. Think about it, you're with yourself all day, so why not use that time to speak English out loud to yourself?
You can start with simple things. For example, when you wake up, say, "Good morning. Today I'm going to the gym. Then I'll meet a friend for lunch." Just narrate your day.
Or while cooking, now I'm chopping onions. I need to boil the pasta. Oops, it's too salty. It sounds simple, but you're building vocabulary and fluency at the same time.
And here's the cool part. You're also learning how to think in English. You're connecting your real life with the language, which makes learning much more natural.
Yes, and you can take it further by pretending you're having a conversation. Ask yourself a question, then answer it.
Like, "Hey, how was your day?" "It was good. I finished my work, went for a walk, and watched an English movie." You're practicing real communication patterns.
And no pressure, no judgment, no fear. You can pause, repeat, fix your sentence, or even laugh at yourself, and no one's going to correct you.
I know a learner who practiced this every morning while brushing her teeth. She called it her English shower. It became a habit, and her fluency improved dramatically.
That's so good. And for those who feel shy, start small. Whisper or speak in your head at first. Then build up to speaking out loud when you're comfortable.
Exactly. The point is, don't wait for a classroom or a teacher to speak. Create your own speaking space anytime, anywhere.
Up next, we're going to show you how to use modern tools and tech to practice even more, and some of them might already be in your pocket.
Yep. Get ready for some practical tools and smart ways to boost your solo speaking practice with just your phone. All right, Anna, let's talk about one of the most powerful allies English learners have today, technology. And the best part? Most of it is already in your pocket.
Yes, if you're carrying a smartphone, you've got a portable English-speaking machine with you 24/7. You just have to use it the right way.
Exactly. One of the first tools I always recommend is a voice recorder app. Just open it, hit record, and start speaking. Talk about your day, share your thoughts, or describe what you're doing.
And when you listen back to your recordings, you'll start to hear how you speak, your pronunciation, your grammar, your fluency. You'll catch things you didn't notice before.
It's like having your own private speaking coach. And no one else has to hear it, it's just for you.
Another great one? Speech-to-text apps. Open Google Docs or Notes, speak into the microphone, and let it type your words. It shows if your pronunciation is clear enough for the app to understand.
Yes! It's a great way to test your clarity and practice thinking in full sentences. Plus, it pushes you to speak more naturally, without overthinking.
Also, if you use tools like ChatGPT or other AI conversation apps, you can actually simulate real conversations. You ask questions, get answers, and keep the flow going.
Right! And with many AI apps, you can even practice role plays. For example, you can say, "Pretend you're a waiter. I'm going to order food." And boom! Instant practice.
And don't forget language learning apps like Elsa Speak or Youglish. Some of them give you real-time feedback on your pronunciation, intonation, and fluency.
Honestly, we live in a time where your phone can be your teacher, your speaking partner, your recorder, and your evaluator all in one.
So next time you're waiting in line, riding a bus, or even just lying in bed, open one of these tools and speak English. Even 3 minutes a day adds up fast.
Coming up next, we'll share a really fun method: how to role-play different situations in English all by yourself.
It's creative, practical, and great for preparing for real-life conversations. Let's jump into it. Okay, brain. This next method is one of my personal favorites because it's fun and super creative. We're talking about role-playing in English anytime, anywhere.
Yes, it's like being your own actor in your own movie. You imagine a situation and then you speak as if it's really happening.
Let's say you're walking to the store. In your mind or out loud, you can act like you're asking a shopkeeper for help. "Excuse me, do you have any fresh bread?"
Or pretend you're at the airport. "Hi, I'd like to check in for my flight. Here's my passport." You can even switch roles. First, you're the traveler, then the staff.
Exactly. It's all about putting yourself in real-world situations and practicing how you would speak. The best part? You can do it anywhere, walking, cooking, sitting on the bus.
And you can make it as simple or as dramatic as you want. Ordering coffee, booking a hotel room, going on a job interview. The possibilities are endless.
Some learners even record their role plays and listen back to improve them, or they write short dialogues and act them out.
It's like mini English theater, and you're the star of the show. No script needed, just imagination.
And if you're nervous about real conversations, this method is a perfect warm-up. When that real moment comes, you'll already know what to say because you've practiced it a dozen times.
Yes, role-playing builds confidence, flexibility, and spontaneity, all the things you need for fluency.
So, don't wait for someone to give you English practice. Create your own scenes. Be your own teacher. Make speaking fun.
Coming up next, we'll share how to turn all these methods into a daily habit, so you can stay consistent and improve week after week.
Let's talk about building a speaking routine even if you only have 5 minutes a day.
All right, Anna. So we've talked about shadowing, talking to yourself, using tech, and role-playing. But here's the big question: how do learners make all of this a daily habit?
Yes, that's the key: consistency. You don't need to speak for an hour a day. Even just 5 to 10 minutes daily can make a huge difference if you do it regularly.
Absolutely. I always say, link your English speaking to something you already do every day, like brushing your teeth, walking, or making breakfast.
Yes. For example, while you're making tea or coffee in the morning, talk out loud. I'm boiling water. I'll have green tea today. It's a nice way to start the morning. Simple.
Or create a habit like English talk time right before bed. Just review your day in English for 2 minutes. Today, I worked, I cooked lunch, I watched a movie.
Another great tip: use reminders. Set an alarm or put a sticky note on your mirror that says, "Speak English now." It gives your brain a little nudge.
Also, track your progress. You can keep a little calendar and check off each day you speak, even if it's just one sentence. That visual reminder keeps motivation high.
And if you ever miss a day, don't feel guilty. Just come back the next day. Habits grow with kindness, not pressure.
So remember, short, consistent, and easy is the secret. Don't wait for the perfect time, just speak a little every day.
Coming up, we're going to share a few personal tips from our own language learning journeys, what helped us build speaking habits and stay on track.
You know, Anna, we've shared a lot of strategies so far, but I think it's time to get a little personal. What's one tip that really helped you when you were learning another language?
Honestly, talking to myself was my secret weapon. I'd walk around my apartment just speaking out loud. I'd describe everything I was doing. Now I'm folding laundry, I should clean the kitchen. Oh no, I forgot to buy milk.
I love that. For me, it was recording myself on my phone. At first, I hated listening to my voice, but I realized it helped me catch mistakes and hear my real progress over time.
That's so true. I think the biggest mindset shift was this: fluency isn't about perfection, it's about practice. You just have to keep going, even if it feels awkward.
Yes, and I also made it a daily ritual like brushing my teeth. Every night before bed, I would speak for just 2 minutes about my day in the language I was learning.
That's the key: making it part of your life, not something extra or stressful, just a natural part of your routine.
So to our listeners, don't wait to be fluent before you start speaking. Speak first, fluency comes after.
Exactly. Start messy, start small, just start. You'll be amazed where it takes you.
Coming up next, Anna's got a fun challenge to help you practice speaking today. It's easy, and you can do it right after this episode.
All right, friends, it's challenge time. And don't worry, it's not difficult. In fact, you can do it right after this episode, no matter where you are.
Oh, I love this part. Let's hear it, Anna.
Here's your challenge. For the next 3 days, I want you to speak English for just 3 minutes each day completely by yourself.
Sounds easy enough, right?
You can choose any method we talked about today: shadowing a short clip, talking to yourself, doing a quick role play, or using a voice recorder app.
The key is just speak. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be English.
And if you're feeling brave, try recording yourself one of those days and listen back. You might be surprised how well you're doing.
Or even better, make it fun. Pretend you're giving the weather report. or ordering pizza in New York. Play with it.
So, 3 days, 3 minutes a day, no excuses. Start today. If you do that, you'll already be ahead of most learners who are still waiting for the perfect moment.
Because remember, you don't need anyone else to start. You've got your voice, you've got your brain, and now you've got a challenge.
Let's go, English speakers. We believe in you.
Coming up next, a little motivational boost to keep you fired up and fearless. Anna, before we wrap up, I want to say something important to everyone listening right now. Your voice, your English voice, deserves to be heard.
Yes, brain. So many learners feel shy or scared to speak because they worry about making mistakes, sounding different, or not being perfect.
But here's the truth. Every single person who learns a new language sounds unique. That's your power. Your accent, your rhythm, it tells your story.
Exactly. Imagine if everyone sounded the same, the world would be so boring. Your English voice is part of what makes you, you.
And the only way to grow is by using your voice, speaking, practicing, even if you stumble sometimes. Mistakes are not failures. They're proof that you're learning.
Think of it like this. The more you speak, the stronger your voice becomes. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the more confident and fluent you get.
So don't hide your voice because you're afraid. The world wants to hear you. Your stories, your thoughts, your ideas in English or any language.
And remember, no one starts perfect. Every great speaker began exactly where you are now, nervous, unsure, but willing to try.
So go ahead, speak up, make mistakes, laugh, keep going, because your voice matters.
We're cheering for you every step of the way.
All right, let's finish strong with some final thoughts and takeaways. So, to wrap up today's episode, remember this. You can speak English anytime, anywhere. You don't need a partner or a perfect setting.
That's right. Use techniques like shadowing, talking to yourself, role-playing, and technology to practice on your own.
Build a simple daily habit. Even just a few minutes of speaking will add up fast.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a step closer to fluency.
Your voice is unique and deserves to be heard. So keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself.
Thanks for joining us. We're excited to hear how you use these tips. Remember, speaking English is your journey and you're doing great.
Thanks so much for listening to the English Learning Podcast today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss new lessons.
And share this episode with friends who want to speak English anytime, anywhere, because everyone deserves the chance to practice and improve.
Also, leave us a comment or message. Tell us how you're using these techniques or what challenges you want us to help with next.
We love hearing from you. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll dive even deeper into practical English speaking tips.
All right, keep speaking, keep practicing, and see you.